Hi everybody, let's continue our revision series. We are revising the topics from unit number 2, Computational Thinking and Programming Part 1. In today's video, we will be discussing string manipulation. Alright then, without further delay, let's get started. Here is the outline of today's video. We will discuss what is string, how to create it, how to traverse over the string, what are the operators we can apply on the string, what is slicing and different methods and functions associated with string. String is nothing but a sequence of characters which we can enclose in a single quotes, double quotes or even in triple quotes. Here is the important property of string. It is immutable. We cannot change the content in place. Individual element of the string can be accessed using index. We can traverse the string in the forward direction as well as in the backward direction. Look at the creation. In 4 different ways we can create the string. Single quotes, double quotes and triple quotes. In case of triple quotes, we can use single triple quotes or double triple quotes. These two options are used for creating multi-line strings. With this program, you can practice all 4 types of string creation. Don't forget to print it. There is a string function with the help of which you can create string from other data type. Here we are converting one number data type to string, and in this example we are converting list to string. Alright, let's move ahead and check out how to access individual characters of the string. For that we will be using index. If you are accessing in the forward direction, index will start with 0, and if you are accessing from the backward direction, index will start with -1. It's up to you whether you are accessing in the forward or backward direction. How to traverse over the individual characters of the string? For that we will be using for loop for any variable in operator, and here is the name of the string. When we will print it, we will get the individual characters of the string. In the previous video, we understood that with the for loop, we can use range function or we can iterate over collection. So here is the example of range function. We are mentioning the starting as 0 because index will start with 0. Now how we will get the end of the string? For that we are using one of the function associated with the string, len. It will give the number of characters. Ultimately, the for loop will execute from 0 to 5 because end limit is exclusive, and that is what we want. Hope you got the difference between two. If we are iterating using in operator over the collection, we are iterating over the characters. But if you are using range function, you will iterate over index. That is why while printing you have to write the name of the string along with its index. Here is the category of operators which we can apply on the string. Plus is used for concatenation, star is used for replication or as a repetition operator. With membership operator, we can check whether the given string is present in the original string or not. And here is a list of comparison or relational operator with the help of which we can compare the individual characters of the different strings. Look at the example. Concatenation operator will join different string into a single string. The next is replication operator. It will repeat the given string for the specified number of times. Suppose dash we want to repeat for 20 times. Look at the output. Here are two membership operators, in and not in. It will check the membership of the given string in the original string. We are checking food is present in the main string or not. And yes, it is present, that's why we are getting true. If not, we will get as false. The reverse of it is not in. If it doesn't exist, it will give true. What about comparison operators? All the comparisons operator we can use on the string. The comparison will be based on the ordinal value, or we can say as a ASCII value. So when the comparison is done, the ASCII value will get considered. That's why capital A is less than capital B because A is 65 and B is 66. So here is a table with some of the ordinal values. Using ORD function you can find out the ordinal value, and if you have ordinal value and you want to know the character, you can use CHR function. Here is one of the important topic, slicing. Slicing means extracting a portion from the main string. Here is the format for the same. It works on the indices. You have to write 3 index. The first will be starting, the second will be ending, and the third will be step. All 3 indices are optional. If you don't mention start, it will consider from 0th index. If you don't mention end, whole string will get considered, and the default value for step is 1. Also keep this in mind, both end and steps are exclusive. Here are some of the variations which we can write while slicing. In the first variation, we are mentioning start and stop. In the second variation, we are skipping stop. In the third variation, start is skipped. In the fourth variation, all the indices are skipped. And here is the last example where we mentioned everything. By default, slicing will be in the forward direction. If you want in the backward direction, don't forget to mention step as -1. Index 1 4 means it will be from 1 to 3 because end limit is exclusive. 1 is mentioned and ending is skipped. It means whole string will get considered. Starting is skipped. It means it will start with the 0. Everything is skipped means whole string will get considered. In this example, step is mentioned. It means the slicing will start from 1, it will go up to 5. And while slicing, we have to consider every second character by leaving one character in between. That's why we started with Y, skipped T, then we considered H, skipped O, and then we got N. We got this output. While slicing, we can mention positive or negative indices or mix of both. Alright, here is a list of different functions and methods associated with string. It's very easy to understand, but keep the syntax in mind. With the help of len, we will get the number of characters in the string. Capitalize method will convert only the first character of the string to capital. Others will be in lowercase. What count will do? It will count the occurrences of the string. A is 2 times, that's why we got 2. Look at the syntax. We can mention start and end 2. Then in that range only the count will happen. Here in the specified range, m doesn't exist. That's why we got 0. Moving ahead to the next method, that is find. It will find the lowest index of the string. If you cannot find, you will get -1. Here is the syntax. Look at the string. L started at the index 2. That's why we got 2. This is the meaning of the lowest index. If you cannot find, you will get -1. Here is one more method, that is index. It also does the same task. But what is the difference? If you cannot find string, then you will get value error. It is an exception. That is the difference between find and index. If the given string is not present, you will get 0 in case of find, whereas index will give the value error. Now there is a category of is methods. It will check and it will give the result in the form of true or false. This is the first method, is alnum. It will check whether the given string has alphabets or numbers. If it is there, it will give true. Make a note of it. If there is any other character, it will give false even for space. That's why in this example we are getting false because there is a space. So what we want? Only alphabets or numbers. In that category, here is another method, is alpha. It will check whether the given string has only alphabets or not. If it is there, you will get true. If some other characters, you will get false. In the same way, is digit will check for the digits. Look at the example. We have only digits. That's why true. Other than digits means we will get false. Is lower will check whether the string is in lower case or not. Look at this example. Yes, it is lower case. That's why I got true. In this, F is capital. That's why we got false. Is space method will check for the spaces. Yes, there is one space. We got true. There is no space. We got false. Like is lower, there is upper method which will check whether the string is in uppercase or not. Look at this string, it is in uppercase, that's why we got true. Here we have some lowercase characters, that's why we got false. So that was all about is category. Now we have other functions which will convert. Lower will convert the string to lowercase. In the same way, upper will convert the string to uppercase. We have some strip functions which will remove spaces. L strip will remove the space from the left hand side. R strip will remove the space from the right hand side, and strip will remove the space from both the sides. So try it out with some string having space. There are two more functions, starts with and ends with. Starts with, it will check whether the string is getting started with the substring or not. Look at this example. Facebook is getting started with the face, that's why we got true. Otherwise we will get false. In the same way we can check for ends with. This string is getting ended with M, that's why we got true. Here we have one more method which will convert. It will convert the string to title case. The name of the method is title method. Title case means the first character of each word will be in capital. Then to check that title case, we have is title. Yes, this string is in title case, that's why we got true. Look, the first alphabet is capital. From the name itself, we will understand the replace method. It will replace new to the old one. So in this string, I want to replace C++ with Python. So here is the output. The next method is join. From the name itself, we will understand what it will do. It will join string or a character to the main string. Look at this simple example. We want to join star to this string. So in between every character, the star will get inserted or will get joined. If it is a list, in between the elements it will get joined. Make a note of it. The data should be of string type. If you are providing any integer value in between, then you will get error. Proceeding to the next method, split. It is very important. It will split the given string based on this character or the string. The default separator is space. Look at this example. On the space, it got split. You are getting the answer in the form of list. And in case if you will provide the separator, based on the separator, the string will get split. Try out this with some examples. For splitting, we have one more option, partition method. Then what's the difference? Here is the first difference. It will check only first occurrence and the result will be in the form of tuple. In split, we get in the form of list, but in partition, we get in the form of tuple. That too, you will get only 3 elements tuple. What does it mean? The first element of the tuple will be the part before the separator, the second element of the tuple will be separator, and the third element will be the part after separator. Look at this example, the separator is big, so we are getting big here. Before separator, here is the first element, separator itself is the second element, and the remaining string is the third element. So that is the difference between split and partition. Split will give the result in the form of list and it will take all the occurrences. Partition gives the result in the form of tuple. It includes separator and only the first occurrence it takes. If in this example there is one more big, it will not consider. So that was about split and partition. Make sure to note down the syntax of all the methods and functions. With the hope that you could revise all the topics, let's wind up today's video. If you have any doubts, drop them in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. In the next video, we will be discussing list manipulation. So until next time, stay confident, keep practicing. I will see you in the next video.